Promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me.
Answer. Anthony Joshua is Olympic champion. First. Jack Paul, it's sportsman, YouTuber, showman. Rolls Royce, Fiat. jab, like a shoom. Yes.
People will criticise you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel about that?
I deserve it.
Oleksandr Usyk didn't hold back in his reaction to Anthony Joshua's knockout of Jake Paul, using a vivid metaphor to underline just how wide he sees the gap between the two fighters. On the eve of the bout, the undisputed heavyweight champion famously likened Anthony Joshua to a Rolls-Royce and Jake Paul to a Fiat, making it clear that in his view, this wasn't a competitive clash of equals, but a mismatch of experience and pedigree.
Won? Anthony killed this guy. Listen, a lot of questions, blah blah blah. Only one my answer. Anthony Joshua is Olympic champion. First. Jack Paul, it's sportsman, YouTuber, showman. Rolls Royce, Fiat.
Oleksandr Usyk is widely regarded as one of the most technically proficient heavyweights of his generation, with victories over top contenders and former champions such as Anthony Joshua himself. His opinions carry weight because they come from inside the ring.
Gets it wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like, how can I explain it to you in a way you understand? You can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, you can forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation. You understand? We have to give him the credit where it's due. Yeah.
In the interview following Anthony Joshua's 6th-round knockout of Jake Paul, Oleksandr Usyk's manager Sergey Lapin described Joshua's performance as a solid step in his comeback after a long layoff, calling the fight a nice fight and hinting that it could lead to bigger matchups later in the year with top heavyweights like Tyson Fury. Lapin acknowledged Paul's courage in repeatedly rising after being knocked down, noting the YouTuber-turned-boxer showed heart despite facing a much stronger professional puncher and that Joshua's power was a decisive factor. On future matchups, Lapin suggested that a Joshua vs. Fabio Wardley bout would be an attractive fight given Wardley's skills and power, and he reiterated his belief that Joshua would defeat Fury if they met next year. Regarding Usyk's plans, he said his team is in ongoing discussions about a potential bout with Deontay Wilder, possibly around June or July, though details were still being worked out at the time.
Fans here with Sergey Lapin. Sergey, Anthony Joshua stopping Jake Paul tonight. He had a message for Tyson Fury, greedy belly. What did you make of that?
Nice fight. Before 1 year, not work, not training, and now today this first step. Yes, maybe second step, one more opponent, one more fight, and maybe we see fight Fury and AJ in September, November. I don't know. Good fight.
Yeah, what did you think of Jake Paul's performance in there? He kept getting up, showed bravery. What did you make of Jake Paul?
For me, I like this guy good. This guy five years training boxing in have big heart. He stand up 3 times and stand up and fight. This not AJ punch very strong.
What about obviously Usyk is no longer WBO champion. Could we see AJ and Fabio Wardley now?
This is good fight. I think this is good fight. Fabio, good boxer, good puncher. I think this is nice fight.
Lastly, Tyson Fury, if he fights Joshua next year, what happens?
I think AJ win.
Any update with Usyk Wilder?
We work, teamwork, working, maybe June, July.
Where could that be? Here?
I think, I don't know, maybe
Joshua trained with Oleksandr Usyk's team ahead of his fight with Jake Paul. After splitting from longtime trainer Ben Davidson, Joshua confirmed that he spent several weeks training at Usyk's camp in Spain with members of the Ukrainian champions coaching team in the lead-up to the December 19th bout. Joshua said he worked with Usyk's team, including his strength and conditioning coaches and boxing staff, to sharpen his skills, footwork, and technique as part of his preparation for the Paul fight. The structured environment of Joshua's camp, reinforced by the input of veterans, underscores the fighter's commitment to maintaining peak performance.
Oleksandr Usyk, his team, it came a bit of a shock to the boxing world. How did that come about, and how did you feel that you guys meshed?
So I spoke to Sergey, who works with Usyk, and he invited me down to their training camp. Ultimately, just to do some rounds. There was nothing more to it, but our schedules didn't align at the time. And I then spoke to Tom Hall, who's a good friend of mine, and he said, "Look, let's try and find some time in your schedule. Put boxing first and go out there. They're a very good team. You want to win, they're winners. If you want to win, surround yourself with winners." Spoke to Eddie, spoke to family, everyone said it's a good idea. I was initially going to go out there for 2 weeks. That turned into 3 months. That turned into a fight, and long may it continue. It's been a really good experience, a really good eye-opener, and I think I can definitely do more. I done well at becoming 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, but I think if I would have known what it takes, I think I would have been undisputed. To the young fighters coming up, you have to work harder. If you really want to win and you really want to get to the top of boxing like Usyk has, you have to work harder. And that's what I've learned with these guys is hard work doesn't lie.
Usyk emphasized the respect and brotherhood he feels towards Joshua, highlighting the champion's exceptional skill set. Joshua's preparation for the fight has been thorough and disciplined, guided by his camp of highly experienced coaches. These trainers have worked with him to refine both offensive and defensive techniques, ensuring that he can respond to unexpected moves and maintain dominance throughout the match. Training sessions reportedly include a blend of traditional boxing drills, strength conditioning, and strategic sparring, all tailored to counter Jake Paul's unique style.
Do know someone, I think he's at that stage of his career where he's trying to rediscover a little bit of that confidence. He's gone to Oleksandr Usyk, where we're hearing reports he's out there training with Usyk and the team, trying to pick up something, trying to rediscover something.
That's very strange, Paul, isn't it?
It is, but it's not unheard of. I've heard of a lot of fighters doing that. You see fighters, obviously, it's the old Rocky movies years ago, but you see a fighter losing to someone, all of a sudden they go in the camp and they start training and do a little bits together and become friends or whatever else. I think it'll do Joshua no harm travelling, but as you say, he's a little bit long in the tooth and he's a bit on the back nine rather than the front nine, where that experience would really come into play. But I'm just looking at his record here. He obviously, after the Usyk fight, he'd come back and he had 3 fights and then the Ngannou demolition
Well,
job.
yeah, Jermaine Franklin, he had Robert Helene, he had Otto Wally, and he smashed Ngannou, which everyone went hallelujah for, right?
Yeah, but he's obviously not in like the box rec rankings to see where he is. But the Dubois fight is a fight where, what you've just said then, Spencer, like match